Hey, all of you beautiful beings. We're going live again for another Soul Care Live class, and I will invite Lisanne. Let me check where you are. Going live again for another Soul Care Live class, and I will invite Lisanne. Let me check where you are. Going live again for another Soul Care Live class. Hoor jij mij nog, Lisanne? Ik hoor een beetje een kleine echo. Hey everyone, great that you're here. Hoor jij mij nog, Lisanne? Ik hoor een beetje een kleine echo. Hey everyone, great that you're here. Hoor jij mij nog, Lisanne? Een beetje een kleine echo. Hey everyone, great that you're here. Hoor jij mij nog, Lisanne? Okay, I need to mute the sound. Hey everyone. Hi Anna. Great that you're here. We're doing a little bit of technical stuff first because we seem to have some echoes. And then I can invite Lisanne here as well. Anna, great that you're here. We're doing a little bit of technical stuff first because we seem to have some echoes. And then I can Lisanne, wil je alsjeblieft jouw sound van je laptop nog even uitzetten?
Hi.
Hey, here you are.
Yes.
Would you please turn off the sound of your laptop there?
I did. It is off.
Okay, for some reason we have echoes, so we need to do a little bit of a technical checkup before we can start. Do you hear them too, these echoes?
No. Well, I hear them if I talk.
Yes, so would you be okay with checking your laptop? I will be checking here as well.
Yeah, the laptop is really off, so that can be the one. I can get a headphone for my phone.
Yeah, or maybe does your laptop also record sound if you don't have the earbuds in?
Yes.
Maybe you can take out the earbuds out of the laptop, because I still hear so many sounds and it can't be here.
Yes, they are off.
Still many sounds going on. What is happening here? Just doing a little bit of a little check-in on my side as well, just to make sure.
I think it's gone. I don't hear it anymore.
Okay. Let me check. Select speakers in the system. Could be mine. Could be totally mine. So I'm sorry if that's the case. All right. How about now? Let me check. Could you say something?
Yes.
Yes,
see.
it's better.
Yes, that's great.
It's much better. Okay, it was me. I'm so sorry, dear. Hi.
No problem. No problem.
Technical start. Just a little check-in. I'm really so grateful that you're here, and I'd love to give you more of a warm welcome than the technical thing we just had. I would also love to welcome everybody hopping on today. Some people might just walk in right in the middle of our talk, but we make sure that we also record this for later on both your social media and on ours, and we'll also create a podcast version out of this. Without any further ado, I'd just love to thank you, Lisanne, for sharing your precious time with us. And also everybody hopping on, thank you too for sharing your time here and for being present and, well, sharing your investing your time and your energies with us. It's just a big gift, and we don't take that lightly. And the same goes for any questions. If you, during our talk today, if you have any questions or if you have any comments here live on Instagram, you can for sure type them down here in the show notes, or sorry, in the chat box, and we'll share all the information shared in the show notes as well. And today's topic of this new live class is how to build and grow a green and sustainable life and business. And I believe that, well, our special guest today is the person to be the teacher on this topic. And I'd love to, give you a bit of a warm welcome, and by sharing how much you've touched my heart already. There's so much warmth in you. There's so much beauty that I get to witness when working with you or listening to you, and I'm in awe every time that I step out of any call or session or things we do together, the things you help me with. So yeah, that's how you've touched me in my heart already. This is why I love to be walking with you on this beautiful mission of yours. And a part of that mission is that you help, create healthy and balanced lives and sustainable houses, really, or interiors for your beautiful clients. And you help them kind of devote themselves to their company, but also to their family life with passion from that balanced and green, sustainable place. And I think that's such a big gift for the world and for the clients that you have. And yeah, I'm just amazed. And I'd love to check in with you. Did I leave out on anything? Is there something else that you'd like to add maybe here?
Wow, no, thank you for your kind words. Don't know what to say.
Thank you. Well, is there anything that you'd like to start maybe with today, now being here? Before we dive into this conversation, we'll have some questions and we'll have some time for people asking them. But maybe there's something that you'd like to start off with that might be needed to add to the things you do or the people you work with, or this topic. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, well, it means a lot to me. I think sustainability is something you see and read about everywhere at the moment, and it's really important. So it's good that we see it all the time. But there's one thing I think they miss, and that's that we want to live sustainability, so sustainable for the earth, of course, for the nature, for our surroundings. But I think in the most cases, all those companies and all those articles, they miss the person, they miss you, they miss what it can do for you and what it can mean for your life. And I think maybe the greatest part is when you go working with your own house at sustainability, and the main reason you do it is for yourself, to feel better in your own home, to feel better with the things that you do, and it is still for a better world. It is not that it's better for you and less better for the earth. It's still great that you're doing it, and it makes such a difference for yourself, knowing knowing what it could mean to you and why you do that. And I think we may see that a lot more.
Yes, I love it. And I totally agree with you on the importance of the it can be brought into this world on such a global scale that we kind of miss the kind of the how to the hands-on explanation on what can I do from home to also contribute to this big mission to help this earth become a
Yeah.
better place.
Yes, and there are so many things you can do. And sometimes we think, oh, we can only participate if we have a lot of money, but that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all do something and be good for this earth, and be good for yourself too.
Yes, I love that. And I'm amazed by the things that are there and that you've shown me, even that I had no idea about. And I'd love to dive into some more hands-on tips and tricks and tools maybe a bit later on in today's talk, if that's okay with you, so
Yes.
that people can kind of discover what it is they can do, you know, from home and where they can find, or also where they can find you if they'd like to have some support. So we'll do that in the end of today's class. But uh, before we dive into that, I'd love to ask you about well, your journey, not only your entrepreneurial journey. I'm curious about that too, but maybe the journey and as a whole. Um, yeah, maybe there first, and then the bridge to sustainability, if that's okay with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, let's start. I got children. I have two children. Floris, and he is now 4.5, and Emma is almost 3. And I think the sustainable journey starts a little bit before that, but it really began when I was pregnant from Floris.
Mm.
It felt more important to be with that. And the main reason was that I was pregnant, and that he also had a nice surrounding around him, a healthy surrounding. So that was my first idea to start really with sustainability for him, and not for myself. I didn't had the idea that would change a lot. It was really for him. So I'd start to search things, read books, and yeah, there's a lot of information. You can drown in lots of reading and never do it. That's I think a big problem. There are so many thick books, and you keep reading and reading and reading, and it never stops. So I read a lot, and I took little baby steps along the way. I had a really busy job at that time, and Emma was born too, and I went back to work, and it was just too much. It was so busy with 2 kids at home, doing all the things. The laundry, the housekeeping in the house, going to work every day. And that was the moment that I needed the house to be an a place to rest, a place for myself. And that was also the moment that I noticed that with little changes, I could make it more sustainable and better for myself. So that was the moment I changed the perspective from I want to live sustainable for my kids, to I want to live sustainable for myself, because I can't handle this no longer.
Wow.
And it felt really good, just make that change for myself. And that's the reason I started Groengraag, that other people can make that change too, that they can experience that, with their busy lives, with their families, and with their beautiful businesses, and experience that too.
I love that so much, and thank you so for sharing the depth of the why for you, your children being born, and how it first started there. You know, as I understood it from you, like there was a deep drive to help make this earth a better place for your children to live in that sense, and maybe to leave this earth as a better place for them as well. And I can imagine that many other people, just like myself, can relate to that. You know, that there is more awareness now in society, that making sure that you kind of contribute what you can to have this earth flourish again, and you know, leave it as a better place without unnecessary chemicals or using unnecessary materials that might harm, you know, not only our bodies and skins and homes and surroundings, but also that of animals or earth, skies, plants. And that is kind of my understanding of, you know, creating this greener place to live in. And the beautiful, the name of your business, Groengraag, just to translate it for people listening to it, you know, we Dutchies have these sound, but what it means is green foods, and it's actually, it's such a beautiful name, and I think it's so spot on what it helps, you know, when people try and find you, what it is that you help them do. Of course, we'll dive a bit more into that later on, but thank you so much for sharing where it started, or where the, you know, the drive was born in that sense, literally. And then you made the shift to also, you know, something in you, going through some depths, going through life where, you know, it wasn't always easy, and it was pretty rough having two kids growing up, having the job. And I hear you say that it was a pretty rough time. So the thing that you really needed was your home to be kind of a safe, green sanctuary almost to live in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and I think many people can relate to this. I know I can. And if you're here right now, I'm just saying hello to everybody that hopped on. Thank you so much, Anna, Homer, Het Lijflab, Suzanne, Vegan Borrelbox. Thank you, Studio Kleist and DJ Yemoeder. Thanks so much for being here. If anyone likes to join with a comment or a question, feel free to type them in the chat box below. We're here, and your questions are really valued. We love that. If you're so brave to ask questions, that's always a good thing. So in the meanwhile, I'll just repeat the topic for people that hopped on later. How to build and grow a green and sustainable life and business. We just dove into this conversation where Lisanne already shared so much beauty on her journey. And I'd love to kind of dive a bit deeper on that, as far as you want to share, of course, as far as you feel safe and okay with that. Would you be okay with also sharing a bit on your entrepreneurial road? You know, I've talked to you before, but others have not. What is it that you kind of started your entrepreneurial road with? Because as far as I believe, you started pretty early already, you know, almost owning a store. I mean, you've been doing some serious stuff already, and then you made this transition to the sustainable road.
Yeah.
So would you maybe take us along with you a bit on how that went for you?
Yeah, yeah. I was first in a franchise, construction for I think almost 5 years, and now I'm working 2 years yeah on groen graag, and I'm now working a few months now with you. I think we started in December, January this year, I
Yeah.
think.
Yes.
I started at the program, at your program.
Yes, and you're also an amazing green VA, by the way. You've been helping us as well. So you're amazing, dear. For
Yeah,
everybody
thank
who
you. Yeah, I like to do that too. I like to help other entrepreneurs with things, any
knows.
things. um, I think the last few months there are big shifts going on at my work journey. Um, I looked always at work at a different way, and with help of you, I look now not like my business is a way of making money so I can live, but more like my business is the way of living I want, and it provides me and gives me the energy and the way I need it, and I have it. And that's such a different way I used to work with, also when I had the stores. So that's great, and it's so fast going now the last few months. So that's really really nice.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for sharing, and also for sharing your some of the results already, or the insights that you got there on how you've shifted the way you look at work, and how you now kind of find out that the entrepreneurial journey, not in the franchise construction, but really the construction that you're building now, your own offer, your own, the thing that you can really do with your heart. I mean, it's amazing to see you grow as well, but I love to hear you say it too, that, that you kind of, as I understand it, you now feel there, it is almost the road to help you get back to an energy level that you might have wanted to be at for a long while already.
Yeah, back to an energy level, but also back to living. And it
Mm.
sounds really tough. I don't mean it that way. But yeah, you can see it like you've got work and you've got your life, and it now comes more together.
Mm. Yes, more aligned, more from within. I love that, and I see you do it. It's amazing to see you grow, and you grow so fast. Um, I'm curious if it's okay with you. I'd love to ask some things before we dive back to your expertise. Why did you say yes to, for example, following our soulful business creation course, and just recently also saying yes to our one-on-one mentoring? Why did you say yes? What made you feel the yes?
It was the feeling. I read the text at the website about the program, and it was just the feeling like I need this. This makes it make I've got a mission with Groen Graag, to make other lives of other people lives greener, nicer, healthier. And I thought, this is gonna make my life nicer, more in alignment. Yeah, this is really, really gonna help me. And
Oh,
that was the feeling I started the program.
I love that. I love to hear that. It's different for everyone. And I'm sure there are other people that might feel, that it could be something, but sometimes we just don't know, or sometimes there's so much in this world that you can choose between, right? There are so many coaches, there are so many therapists or business mentors out there. So sometimes it's just really good to know where it touches your heart or where you feel it's a fit.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
it's really difficult indeed to find something that fits. And that's why I love also that you have your 7 days free trial from the program, because I did the first lesson and I had a wow experience. So then I really felt that it was really the good choice. So it came also very quickly. It wasn't that I had to do a few lessons and then that I saw then the things that came up and that helped me, but it was really the first lesson. Wow, why did I think about that before? That was,
That is
yeah,
so good.
really great.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for sharing that. And um, you've shared already some changes or some insights that you got also from that first module. Um, so now that you look back, maybe also now that we've started, we had 2 sessions on the one-on-one mentoring as well.
Yes.
What has changed for you already in this short while as well?
My confidence. I feel so much more confidence in myself that I am an entrepreneur and that I can handle this. Just I remember we did, I think, the first uh, masterclass with the other entrepreneurs from the program, and I really felt that really small entrepreneur, and the other ones, I thought, oh, they are great and big people. And I think a few weeks back we had a second session, and I saw them again, and I just felt so more equal that I was part of that too. That
Yes.
was a really amazing feeling.
Ah, I love that. Yes, it's great to see you in your confidence. It's amazing to see that you kind of allow yourself to feel as worthy and as equal as we all are. The entrepreneurial road can sometimes really be a lonely road, especially when you're building your own offer and not have many people to kind of share your brain farts with. um, and yeah, it can be a bit daunting even, when we go through that. And then sometimes other entrepreneurs can seem like, oh wow, they've had success, or oh wow, they seem bigger than I am. When we do the comparison, we often put ourselves, someone else on a pedestal and ourselves underneath it. And that can be so painful too, right? When we do that to ourselves. I mean, I've been there, and every now and then I have a little bit of a step back. So I can totally relate, and I'm sure many people can. And it's amazing to hear that you found the confidence now to allow yourself to see the worth in yourself. I see you smile. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it feels really nice. It feels really great.
yes. Thank you for sharing that. And um, yeah, what would you say if people are still considering, or if people are also scared to take this step? Because investing in ourselves is a scary step. I mean, every time again. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I think you have to really feel um, by yourself, what you think, if it's gonna help you further, and if it makes you happy. So if you read the text about the program and it makes you smile, or it makes you grateful or emotional, I think it's really worth a try. And then just try that 7 days trial, and then you can look a video and see how it's built, and yeah, also feel what it does to you, and I think then you can make a really great decision. And I think you really, if you do that first video, you feel it immediately. If it touches you, then it's meant for you, and you have to go on.
Thank you for saying that, dear. You're giving me a lot of gifts, but also, you know, indirectly, you're giving me a lot of compliments too. But also, I'm grateful that you help people here see that, like, hey, you can do it step by step and try and feel, and see if it's a fit for you. And when it comes to investing in the more like the one-on-one mentoring that you've just stepped into, what would you say to people doubting about that? Like, that's a bit of a bigger investment, of course. So what helped you make that choice, and what would you say to people doubting that too?
Yeah. Well, at first I thought it was really scary, and but also I spoke to you when I made the decision, and I couldn't stop smiling, and it made me really happy as well. And that was the feeling for me, that it was okay, and it was the time, and I felt it was bringing me a lot more than where I was. And I wanted that. I really wanted that step further. And yeah, it made me happy. And I think that was the reason to still do it. Also, it felt really scared.
I love that. So, for example, if I do things that are scary, but when I get goosebumps or I get some sort of sense of trust and calm in my belly, for example, that's how I notice it in my body. It's different for everyone. The most important thing is that you choose something or working with someone that that understands you and that you feel this connection with, right? And we all have we all need someone else or some different vibes with someone else. So I made a big investment once, 10K. Oh my God, that was the biggest thing I've ever done, and I was so scared back then. And I hadn't done anything like that. But for some reason, like you just described, I felt happy, I felt pulled towards it, and there was still ease in the belly while, you know, a bit of fear in the heart maybe. And that's how I knew what to do, when to invest in these kind of things, and to allow myself to grow. And I love how you just shared kind of on your own way, how you noticed in yourself that there was still happiness, that you knew that it was a right fit, because this might be a way for other people to also understand when you're working with someone, or when you're thinking about working with someone, that these are ways that you can kind of step into yourself and sense what is going on in order to know how to make that decision, and to kind of give yourself that little push to grow again. And I love that you did that, and I'm grateful that you're with us, because it's a big gift for us and for the world. So we've dove into this, and I'm grateful for you sharing your knowledge on this. But then, of course, you're also here as the expert and as our teacher today. Just repeating the topic: how to build and grow a green and sustainable life and business. Thank you in the meantime, Sandra, Jill, Doreen, Manu, stories about you. Many people joined. Thank you for being here. I'm grateful, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box. We've been discussing today's topic already, and I've just received beautiful gifts from Lisanne on what she felt around the journey with working with us on a one-on-one, and also the SBCS course. So you've already shared, a bit on your entrepreneurial journey, how many years you've been doing this already, and what it is that you know, that you used to help people with. But now you're making a bit of a transition, of course. You're making your more high ticket offer that you're dropping into this world that I think is a big gift for many people. And yeah, would it be okay with you to kind of share what it is that you now do, and that you help people with, or that you're into doing?
Yes, yeah, it would be very nice. At this moment, I have two online programs that I use to help people to grow their house more sustainable step by step, in an easy and fun way, so they can do it in the evenings, just on a relaxed way after with their busy lives. And then I have a program who is based on reducing your bill for your energy costs. And I have that's the lower, thinking what's in English. In Dutch it's verlaag je energierekening.
Lower your energy costs, yeah.
Yeah. And the other one, that's a bigger program. That's the greenhouse detox, and it's about detox your home, make it more sustainable, and then we do every space, so 5 weeks, and every week another room. So you can work them through, and always go back to the videos. And my next step will be that I'm the one who comes at your home, and we look together what we can do. I will make a plan. I will guide you 3 months. I can thinking about the English word, abonnementen. I will
there's a membership, maybe.
So I will provide memberships if that's necessary, or if you like to, or we can look.
Memberships, just to translate it so that people understand it, of course, because they have never heard of this. So you're talking about memberships, for example, for biologic or organic food, right?
Or someone who's cleaning your house.
Exactly.
Like that kind of things. But we can also we're gonna look to products, things we miss in your house, things we can buy, things you we're gonna provide a nicer living area.
Yes.
And
you're creating like you said it already, maybe, but it's something that I love always when I hear this, so I'll repeat it. When people step in this program with you, they also get the like a PDF deliverable, right? Where they get a whole checklist on what to do with the house, but also like you said, the memberships or products that they can buy. But what do you call this again? Or do you have a name already for this beautiful like roadmap kind of? That's kind of what it is, right?
Yeah. I have wrote down some names I'm thinking of. Now I can't remember any name.
It's a green roadmap, people, and it's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So I will be then for 3 months your greenhouse manager, and
Mhm.
then yeah, it gonna be great. I'm
Yes.
really looking forward to it.
I think this is going to be such a beautiful, beautiful journey that people can walk with you. And you're walking your talk, dear. You've been there yourself, right? You know what it's like to not experience the balance and to have the whole household kind of mm, be triggering. Let's just say that. And then you've also known how to create it more balanced, green, and changed into a like a really safe sanctuary now. And it's such a gift. I think so many people would love to do this work with you. So I'm grateful that you share it.
Thank you.
Um, do you feel that there are maybe some tips, tricks, tools, resources that we've not yet touched on that you feel have helped you on your journey, maybe these past years, that might be helpful for people listening? Just some things that you feel like might be helpful to share.
Yes, yeah, we all we talked some things already through, but I think one really big step um, when you want to start with your making your house more sustainable, your lifestyle. I think one step that people the most of the times forget is to look at your situation, um, and I just had the word in my mind and now I forgot the word.
No worries.
Maybe
Do you have it, Linda?
conscious.
Ah,
So
yeah.
start with the conscious. Look what you're buying at this moment. What do you think about the products you buy at this moment? How do you want to think about products that you buy? Why do you buy them? Maybe you don't need them. Um, Look at your house. What's already there? Um, what's already there? What you don't like? um, I think we we go really fast. Like, what can I change? But it starts with you.
Mm.
Um,
I love that. This might even be like a journaling exercise in that sense. Like
yeah,
really yeah, jotting down these questions like to get conscious.
yeah, and don't start with the whole house in one time. I like
Mhm.
to take room by room, just
Mhm.
like in the greenhouse detox. Just start with one room, and if you like the result, you go to another room, and
Mhm.
yeah, start with yourself. Start, how do you experience that room?
Mhm.
Um, what are the things that you worry about when you are in that room? Products you use, materials you don't like, um, and then make those little steps, and then you're gonna be so much further than when you start with the whole house in just one
Mhm.
time.
I love that. So just to repeat it for people, when you do this, you might even want to do this as a journaling exercise, or just write it somewhere, or whatever way works for you, and start with doing this consciousness. You know, it sounds almost like an exercise to get conscious on the house and get the greenhouse detox start as you as well. You can do, of course, together with Lisanne and her beautiful programs. So you start by kind of not start on the whole house in once, but just pick one room where you want to start, and then start asking yourself the questions around. Well, maybe you want to repeat it just one more time, Lisanne. What kind of questions can people ask?
Questions like how do I feel in this room? What do I use in this room? How do I want to feel in this room? What do I see? What do I hear? Use your sentence. What do I smell? And I think starting with that, that's a really big one.
Yes, yeah, the senses, that's a beautiful one. And then maybe also look at what have you bought already? How do you feel about them? Are you okay with them? And how do you want to feel? I remember you saying that question too. That's beautiful. And then work yourself the way towards that.
Yes.
Wow, I think it's such a, yeah, you gave a beautiful, well, almost an exercise there. It was beautiful because there are so many gifts in that. Is there anything, before we kind of round off today's talk, and dive into where people can find you? Is there anything that we might not have touched on yet, but that you feel like sharing or that you feel is important for people to hear?
We spoke of so many things, but maybe the most important thing is when you start about a sustainable lifestyle, don't forget yourself. Don't put yourself at the place after the earth. Put yourself before the earth, and the earth will come to you.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. I don't have anything to add there. So when starting this journey, don't put yourself after Earth, but put yourself first so that you can, well, first fill your own cup in that sense, and then help others on this earth.
Yes.
It's a good saying. I think it's beautiful. Thank you so much, dear, for today and for everything you've shared. If people would love to work with you on your greenhouse detox program, or finding out how to lower their energy bills, or do one-on-one work with you and really have your view on their homes, and have a more VIP experience, where can people find you?
You can find me at Instagram under the name Groengraag. You also can find me at my website, groengraag.nl.
And just for people not, we'll put this in the show notes. That's GROEN, and then GRAAG in Dutch. It means green place.
Yes.
But then of course the English version. So we'll make sure that we share this so that you can find it in the show notes. Sorry, go on. Where else can people find you?
How can you find me? Well, you can find me, of course, at Facebook too, also under the name Groengraag. You can find me at Pinterest, where you can also find all my blogs and also sustainable products. So I've made maps with all kind of products, so you can just look what you need. So I hope that makes everything easy as well. So you can find me there as well under the name Groengraag.
Love it. And well, it is easy, mostly under that name. And your full name is Lisanne Moreau, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for you sharing your knowledge here today, and your gifts and compliments and all the beauty and the exercise as well. So is there maybe a saying or a motto, something that you live by, that you'd like to end today with?
I have a quote I really like, and I have to say it right, of course. And the quote is, the earth of we doesn't need a handful of people doing zero waste perfectly. We need a lot people of a lot of people doing it imperfectly.
I love that. Oh, wow. We don't need an earth full of people doing it perfectly, but a lot of people doing it imperfectly.
Yeah.
Or a handful you started with. I'm sorry if I didn't repeat it right. Could you say it one more time?
Yeah, we don't need a handful of people doing it perfectly, zero waste or a sustainable lifestyle, but we do need a lot of people doing it imperfectly.
Yes. I love it. I love it so much. With that, I'd love to end today's class with, and I want to thank you, everybody that hopped on. Even in the last minutes, there were more people hopping on. MJ, Danielle, Sandra, Mero, Alicia, and Anneke. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I really enjoyed today's class, and I want to thank you, Lisanne, for your knowledge and your time and your passion. It was beautiful to sit with you. And yes, thank you everybody for making this world a better place in all the ways we can. I see you soon, and until the next time, have a great rest of your day, and talk soon. Bye.
Bye.